Charlotte and Michelle. As Memorial Weekend Day approaches, we want to take a moment to honor and remember the brave men and women who make the ultimate sacrifice for our country. While many are heading out for long weekends and family gatherings, I may or may not be sneaking off to another vacation, and Steve will be holding the fort down as always.
The two words I heard were another vacation.
Another vacation.
It's true, though. In that vein, we have a guest coming on today, Chad Lawson, who is a former Green Beret Special Forces guy and lives here right here in Dripping Springs. We've already recorded him, and it was a moving and fantastic interview.
Probably
very interesting gentleman.
One of the best ones. Yeah. I feel. I walked away. My legs were shaking.
I was. It's none of us that have not been able to serve like that or not served really understand what they go through over there. So there's a little bit of tiny insight that Chad will share with us here in a little bit.
And this was his first podcast as well.
Yeah,
can you believe?
Yeah.
I can't. But he was so eloquent. He took us. He was telling a story, and I was so immersed in that story. I was there.
It was almost like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So,
anyway, very powerful.
Wow,
Stay tuned for that. We'll get to that here in a couple minutes. We got to thank our sponsors.
Absolutely.
Couldn't do the show without our sponsors, Jovi Belterra.
Joey.
Joey. It's Joey in Belterra, our newest sponsor. He gave us $1.50. So, hey, Joey.
You just told me that your dad has lived there over a year now.
Yeah, he moved in almost a year. June 1st of 2024, my dad moved in there. He loves it over there at Jovi Belterra.
Well,
and they take really good care of all the residents that live there. They're like, every 5 times a week they do some kind of special thing over there for them. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a really neat place. And then we also have our great friends at South Star Bank.
Yes, love South Star Bank, your hometown bank. If you need a loan or want a checking account, savings account, money market account, they can help you with all that.
Absolutely, and they make great margaritas.
Yeah, they do when they have a networking thing. Hey, they do like coffees and cocoa or something, or coffees, cookies and cocoa.
Coffees and Coke.
Coffees and Coke.
Yeah.
They're really popular.
They are very popular. And then we also have the amazing, the wonderful, the Mallet Integrity Team.
Couldn't do it without them.
Our team is doing amazing.
Somebody asked me yesterday, it's like, it's been a tough market, but we're holding our own.
I think so as well. And speaking of tough market, I didn't even tell you I was going to bring this up, but you were involved in a symposium yesterday, a panel of experts, and there were people from all over Austin, and we had a title company, we had another real estate agent that handles all the north side, we had a representative from ABOR there, and we also had a builder there.
An executive from Taylor Morrison Homes, yep, and somebody from the insurance industry too. Yeah, it was a bunch of, 50 journalists that were looking for stories to write about the real estate business, not with the typical, sales are down 3% and there's this many houses listed. It's like everybody just hears blah, 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 blah when you do that. It's the stuff that's going on in the background, the stuff that, really affects the market. That's what they were looking for. I was honored to be invited to that, and it was a lot of fun. You know what was most funny to me?
The after party?
Yeah, the after party was great. The average age of those journalists, I felt like I was in front of a college class. It looked like they were in their low 20s.
They were babies. This was Community Impact.
Which is a great newspaper.
Oh my goodness, it's like one of the amazing parts because it's an actual it's a newspaper.
It's a real newspaper.
But yeah, they were really, really young,
yep.
but they asked really good questions, and then afterwards we got to see how the sausage was made.
Yeah,
that was super neat.
Yeah, they have a real printing press room there, just like the old newspaper days where they turn out, thousands or I guess millions now per year of those publications.
Remember, we forgot, you didn't even talk about this. How weird is it? They had all these like glossy sheets of paper sitting there, and they're like the glossy cover, and then it goes on the interior of the newspaper or whatever. They print for other newspapers also, or publications. And they picked it up and they showed it to us, and they turned it around where the advertisements, and one of them was my daughter's in-laws. They're
It was
Zuber
River Camp. I was like, what? Did you guys set that up for? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was fun. Anyway, but we want to thank Community Impact for inviting us to that. So, is it hot enough for you yet?
That's why I'm going on vacation, Steve.
Oh, you're going to someplace hotter than here, so I don't know what you're talking about. But it's so hot right now that
How hot is it?
It's really hot. Animals are splooting everywhere, and they're splooting earlier in the year than they have ever splooted before.
I don't know. Should we put a?
You should put it up on the TV.
Sploot? Okay, I want to.
In fact,
how do you spell sploot? S-P.
I'm pretty sure you get S-P-L-O-O-T.
S-P-L-O-O-T.
In fact, animals that don't normally sploot at all are quickly learning how to sploot right now because it's been so hot.
My dog does this. My Stevie
Your
does
dog
this.
is a splooter.
Yeah, my Stevie does this.
Yeah.
She lays and sploots all over.
Splooting is sometimes called heat dumping. It's when an animal sprawls out face down on a cool surface to try and reduce their body heat. So I saw this news story that Texas Parks and Wildlife is reporting that the squirrels started splooting earlier in the year than they have ever done before. And I was like, what the hell is splooting? What
Is
is
this splooting?
Michelle just laid down on the floor, on her dirty ass floor. That is splooting.
That doesn't feel very comfortable.
Yeah, reports are that we should expect to see more splooting this year, and we should embrace our inner splooters.
It's a sploot-palooza.
It's a sploot-palooza. So there you go. Next time you get hot, just take off all your clothes and go splooting.
I think that's frowned upon, Steve. I wouldn't.
It is in the office. You could do it at home. Yeah, feel free to do it at home, people. It will really help.
Thank you.
Concrete floors are wonderful.
Yes, splooter. So this week, by the time this airs, it'll already happen. This Friday is Dripping Springs High School graduation.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all the 2025 graduates out there and your journeys. Either you're going to college, trade school, you're taking a gap year, you're going into the military, praise you, or you're just doing something a little different in your life. Everybody has a little different journey. But I saw a post about some Dripping Springs ISD employees that are also retiring. My daughter, my youngest, graduated in 2018. So it's been a while since we've been like on campus as parents.
Yeah.
But these are some of the names that stood out to me and some of the people that have touched my life that I wanted to give kind of shout out. Karen Andrus, she is the athletic administrator. God bless this woman. She has, from the formation of the wrestling team when my kiddo was first, when it became from a club sport to an actual team, to all the football players, to the many different coaches. She works right under Coach Z.
Yeah.
And she is retiring. Her sister and nieces, they all went to school with Kendall. What a great woman.
Yeah.
Karen, I hope you enjoy your
Happy retirement,
You
Karen.
enjoy it. Patty Breen, you know Patty.
Yeah, I do know Patty.
was
She's retiring.
Yeah, Life Skills, Special Services. She was such a great person. Those kids were very lucky to have her in that class.
My son Tyler, maybe 1 year had her a little bit, but yeah, she's great.
She was a great person. Paige Frontera, I don't know if you remember her. She was a coach and a history teacher at the middle school. My son had her. She's an amazing person as well. I wish her the best of luck. Misty Hurlbut, she is Brad's sister-in-law.
Oh,
Brad
yeah.
Hurlbut's sister-in-law. She was did something with community services. I think it was like the college classes that you could take or some of the other classes that you would get.
Sure.
But she's been there a long time. Chris Schmidl, her boys went to school with my boys too. She was at Walnut Springs Elementary, so she's retiring. Here's another one, Kim Van Every. That woman ran the counselor's office, and I think her and my daughter either became best friends or she hated my daughter.
One of the two.
One of the two. That office ran remarkably well because of Kim, and
She's been there a long time,
long time.
Yeah.
So I wish her the best of luck. And here is the big one, the Coach Carl Waits is finally retiring again.
For the second time.
For the second time. He was in transportation. He was driving the bus, and Coach Waits is out of there. He's finally going to sit there and enjoy his retirement. And so, man, I think we've had some amazing talent come through, not only as far as students, but teachers and staff. It is to be celebrated. Dripping Springs, we are very lucky that we were able to have these types of people in our presence.
I was just looking, Coach Waits came on episode 27, so if you want to hear about him, but this is his second, he's gone through the second time now retiring. So he was the head football coach from 1969 to 1981, then retired, and then they brought him back.
And they brought him back.
Great man. So, well, that's exciting. Retirement, I think, I wonder how fast they'll get bored, but congratulations.
Yeah, well, maybe they're going into another season of life.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
because you just had a friend retire, and he was like, this is not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, but I think, it takes a little while to get into your rhythm, get things figured out. Okay, you sleep in for a week or two, and then you start to kind of find how the sort of pattern of life after that. So
I want to be independently wealthy when I retire.
Me too, yeah. Maybe we should play the lottery or something.
I don't know.
You know what? We're pretty damn good with these harmonicas that we were just messing with.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Billy Joel will ask to go and tour with us. This is mine. Don't get your slobber on mine.
I was going to grab your harmonica. What did I do with mine?
Yours is over there.
But,
yeah.
Well, congratulations to all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds just like Piano Man.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, we're going to cut this monologue a little bit short because Chad Lawson's interview is a little longer than some and worth every minute. So tell your friends to tune into this one.
Please.
It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. Share this one. If even if you think that people aren't podcast people, you can go to the website and you can share it right from the website, and you can say, skip the 20 minutes or so that Michelle and Steve talk. This is one to sit down and
if you are a parent and you have one of your kids or some of your kids are thinking about joining the military, this is a really good one for them to listen to. It's not necessarily good or bad. It's just some things that they should know about the military, and it's worthwhile listening to. So
Life Lessons by Chad. Yeah,
that's right. So hang on, sit tight. We'll be right back with Chad Lawson.